Artist Vik Muniz is almost a regular here at Talk. We first wrote about his art made from domestic and industrial junk in 2010. Then, in 2012 he was back with his recreation of classic paintings using torn magazine scraps. Now, in collaboration with artist and MIT researcher Marcelo Coelho, Vik has taken an opposite approach to his previous art forms. While his older, gigantic art could only be admired from high above, his latest work is Microscopic, a series of sandcastles etched onto individual grains of sand. Vik said that earlier he had the opportunity to work on an environmental scale. Around that same time, he thought of going the opposite way around and actually making things so small that it would create a similar impression. They would be so tiny that they could only be imagined, they could not be seen. When Marcelo was first approached by Vik, he thought it was a joke. He came to me and said, "I want to draw a castle onto a grain of sand. I think the sheer impossibility of that is what excited me." Vik and Marcelo spent 4 long years on trial and error experiments before they could successfully create the tiny, magnificent drawings. Each piece of art is less than half a millimeter in size, an inconsequential fleck of sand to the naked eye. Together, they devised a process involving both antiquated technology and innovative visual tools. Vik first created the sketches using a camera lucida, an optical superimposition device from the 1800s that uses a prism to turn images in front of the viewer into projections on paper. Using this technique, he was able to trace the tiny castles. Vik then sent these drawings to Marcelo, who toyed with them for 4 years looking for the perfect microscopic drawing process to transfer the drawings to sand grains. Laser inscription didn't work because it destroyed the soft sand and the picture wasn't distinct on harder grains. Finally, he hit upon focused ion beam, FIB, which is a device generally used to fix integrated circuits on microchips. It uses 2 screens, one that frames the image and depicts the electrons needed to see the grain, and a second that displays the ions that etch the grain. Marcelo used the FIB at highly sensitive levels to generate the shape of the castle at a microscopic level.